to the channel. It's Kyle here, and welcome to my review of Keanu. Keanu is directed by Peter Atencio and stars Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele, and is made by the same people who made Key and Peele, the TV series. Now, this movie, practically in a nutshell, this movie isn't, you probably haven't heard of it. It came out back in April, by the way. It came back out in like late April, very late review, by the way, and I know that. But it's practically follows the plot of this man, and he gets dumped and he's sort of feeling really sad, and his cousin tries to comfort him, but eventually he finds his kitten who just comes to his house, and he finds his kitten, and he sort of takes over and sort of cares for the kitten, and eventually that kitten gets kidnapped. And so him and his cousin, whose name's Clarence, and he's named I forgot his name, I forgot the character's name, but they both sort of try to infiltrate this gang of thugs who actually did steal and kidnap this kitten, and sort of it's this big sort of adventure of trying to sort of get this kitten back and pretend like somebody who they aren't really. First of all, this movie is extremely funny. Like, it's one of the funnier movies I've seen this year. I haven't seen a huge amount of comedies this year, but it is one of the funnier movies I've seen in a while. I think it's extraordinarily funny. Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele have extraordinarily fantastic chemistry. Actually, all of the cast do, practically. By the way, I'm not going to spoil what they are, but it's got a couple of really great appearances by celebrities. They're absolutely fantastic. Some of the funnier scenes in the movie. The action is fantastic. There's not a huge amount of action in the movie. There's probably only 2 or 3 actual action set pieces in the movie, but they're all like wonderfully done. They're actually fantastic. All of the characters I really enjoyed, except for probably there's 1 or 2 characters that, like, I think there's a certain relationship. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but there's a certain relationship between 2 characters who are meant to sort of love each other after a while, but I don't think that relationship is sort of developed enough. That would be sort of one of my major problems. It's this relationship with these two characters, and I feel like the relationship should have been sort of, because they're meant to love each other by the end of the movie, and I feel like that should have been developed a bit more, if you know what I mean. Because I felt like they sort of only had 1 or 2 scenes where they really sort of connected, and then sort of it's like, oh, we love each other now. I'm not going to say who it is, but sort of felt a bit rushed at times, and I felt like they're sort of spending time on other things they should have been spending on that relationship, if you know what I mean. But actually, I don't have a huge amount of problems with the movie. I think it's extraordinarily funny. One of the funnier movies I've seen in a while. It's got a unique enough premise. It's got an interesting premise. I like how I guess it's got an interesting idea of sort of how they have to sort of become somebody who they aren't really. So because there's these 2 sort of murderers who they're pretending to be sort of these assassins, and I think that and sort of these really sort of, one of them sort of a bit of a softie, and he's not particularly exciting. He's sort of really sort of down to earth, really sort of good boy, if you know what I mean. Like, sort of somebody, like, you'd go into a class and you see the bad boy, the sort of the person who's always like defying the rules, and then there's sort of the goody two shoes who's always doing everything right. He would be that person. And then there's also the cousin, Jordan Peele's character is sort of a slacker, and he sort of doesn't do it. Like, he sort of always, in fairness, he's got a bit of a reason for his girlfriend has broken up with him, but sort of he's a bit of a slack character, and sort of they have to go and pretend like these people who they aren't really. I think it is a really interesting plot. I think they've got all of the characters that great chemistry. It's not just them. And in fairness, there is that relationship that I mentioned is a bit rushed, but they do have a genuine chemistry. Great action, great acting overall. Like, I think there's a couple of scenes. Obviously, this is a comedy, but there's a couple of scenes that are like really intense. Like, I'm actually being serious. There's a couple of scenes that are really intense, and especially Keegan Michael Key does a fantastic job in this movie. Overall, I'd really recommend it. It's directed fantastically. It's just a really funny movie. I think you'll really enjoy it. Again, this review's a bit late. By the way, I'm sorry about the lack of uploads here. I'm going to also release another review either today or tomorrow called Me Before You, and then also Central Intelligence as well, if I can. I'm sorry that this review is so late, and I'm also sorry because I only saw it the other day, and I'm also sorry that I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I was on holidays. I am sorry, but do check out this movie. And I know not a lot of people actually know about it, but it is a fantastic movie, and I think everyone will really enjoy it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.